Hey guys, it's me, John. I wrote an intro. It's really no surprise that our kids, well, scratch that, humans today, are easily influenced by whatever the hell pops up next on our iPhones.
Preach.
We have no talent musicians that sing about their damn genitalias. We have Instagram models who upload every narcissistic photo of themselves, besides the ones of them puking out their lunches. And we have these ridiculous, trendy social movements that offer nothing but new labels and even more confusion.
You have to do this because everyone else is doing it.
No wonder there's so much god dog discord up in this motherfucker. Anyways, kids, man, kids. We need the kids, man, and they're the most vulnerable. Kids are the most vulnerable here. And predators abound, such as this Louisville rapper from tonight's story, who influenced two teenagers that his success, if you want to call it that, was the ultimate beacon of achievement. From fake guns to real murder, man, these two kids never had a chance.
Here we go, just one more time, and everybody's feeling fine. Here we go now. Here we go.
Who sings that?
NSYNC.
Oh, well, let them do it.
How did I not see that coming?
Great song, though.
Yeah, when they sing it, it's fantastic.
That was from their first album, right? Yeah.
Yep. I remember having that on cassette.
That was that year. That was my sister's first CD, and I got the Spice Girls CD.
I am so upset because I left my Spice Girls CDs in the CD player in my Volvo. Yes. Yes.
Can you call them?
I already did. They're like, that car's been off to auction for a long time. It was only a week later. I'm like, it's like, why do you not check that stuff? I told them, I was like, I think I got everything, but like, can you please like check?
Because it's not their responsibility. It's yours.
Aren't they? Yeah, but they have to like clean out the car and stuff before they sell it to auction.
So they're going to use their time to contact you for your Spice Girls CDs.
Yes, because I specifically said
I would have threw them things in the trash. No, I would have used them like Frisbees.
Wait, like, did you have a multiple changer? So it was Spice
World and
Spice.
And part of my Amy Schumer book on tape, which I didn't really care for. Like, I was like, whatever about that. But.
Does your current car have a CD
ABBA,
player?
Best of ABBA. No, it doesn't. But like...
So do you have a mechanism in which to listen to CDs at this point?
No. So, I mean, yeah, I guess no love lost. But still, it's the principle.
Yeah.
I
remember
it's your responsibility. It's not like it was your wallet or something. It was...
I'm just saying, I get it.
No, I don't get it.
I mean, I remember selling all my CDs, but it's I got my Spice Girl CD in first grade. I remember that. That was momentous.
This is for you, Darren. Surprise shots. Surprise shots. We don't know what they are because they're a surprise.
Holy
Cheers,
shit.
Darren.
Cheers. Ooh, this is cold glass. Were you chilling these?
The contents have been in the freezer.
This better not be pee.
Limoncello?
Limoncello. It's a little like Pledge, but that's okay.
It did.
It's probably not
I wouldn't know because I'm a man.
Probably not the high quality Italian kind, but that's okay.
Men don't clean. Ain't that right, Darren? Hell yeah.
I bet you Darren cleans. Darren strikes me as the type of man who dusts.
That has his life together, yeah. There's one part of this story that's just insane. And that's the part that everyone knows because that's the part everyone sees on TV. But we gotta get the housekeeping out the way first. We gotta actually talk about the case and everything else before we get to that really interesting part. So, this is where we're going, to this house right here. This is a vacant lot. This is where a couple bodies were found. If you want to describe this home for us. I'll put all these photos on talkmore.com too.
It looks like it's in a densely populated area because the houses are very close together.
There's a chain link fence and the front is pretty overgrown.
Yeah, really.
But do you think this is an expensive neighborhood?
I'm gonna say it's not an upper class neighborhood.
No, I
don't think Louisville I think their poverty rate is kind of high. I don't want to
Well,
say
they're
that.
home of the Louisville Slugger baseball bats.
Yeah, but who the fuck is buying baseball bats? What the
A lot of people. Baseball is
Baseball.
America's
I mean,
pastime.
it's not like Pennsylvania is home of chocolate. Like everyone buys that. I mean, how many people buy baseball bats?
A lot of people.
A lot, but that's their whole industry, making a wooden
In
bat.
Louisville.
Well, they're all Kentucky Derby, right?
And Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Bourbon.
No, Kentucky.
Bourbon. That's it.
Yeah.
Kentucky
Bourbon.
Fried Chicken
Kentucky
isn't even
bourbon.
damn made in Kentucky.
Where is it from then?
There's a
like
bourbon
Texas or
trail
some shit.
that you can go on in Kentucky.
Guys, they started opening up the brewery bus again.
Well,
for
there you
Charleston,
go.
so we need to go.
All right, spanning over 275 miles, Louisville has a population density of 2,338 people per square mile. The average household income in Louisville is $74,580 with a poverty rate of 15.92%. That's kind of high, isn't it? 15.92. Well, I mean,
is that combined income 74,000, like family income? Because that's
it's like a census thing, Jen. You know.
Well, I'm just asking because if it's one person, then that's pretty good. It's a lot more
I think
than I
it was.
was.
I think it was
$74,000.
household.
If it's
it said.
household, then that's not that.
I don't know. Anyway,
I need to know if Kentucky Fried Chicken is truly from Kentucky, because if not, then my whole world has
Wasn't
been a
Colonel
lie.
Sanders from Kentucky?
no, he murdered somebody.
No, he didn't.
Yes, he did. You didn't know that?
Then Ken Jollins officially request that case for one of your 300.
He
Oh my gosh,
killed
we're gonna
somebody.
get Kentucky Fried Chicken before we.
You
I'll
didn't
bring
know
it.
that?
I'll bring it from Somerville because we
Yeah.
do have one on the way.
You didn't know that?
No,
Yeah.
that did not come up in my fried chicken every day is a holiday.
Well, you don't
episode.
do any research. Oh shit! You gotta
How dare you?
You gotta get out that Wikipedia.
Minus 2 egg rolls for John.
Yeah, I'm gonna fucking eat those egg rolls.
Fuck that! In my egg rolls.
We got 6, so I think we'll be okay.
All right, May 22nd, 2016, Louisville, Kentucky. Who you're looking at right now? If you want to describe these two gentlemen.
Oh, they look like little kids.
Yeah.
Honestly, they look like middle
Like
school
14 and
kids.
15-year-olds.
Oh, that's pretty close. So Larry Ordway is 14. He's there on the left. Then his brother, Maurice Gordon, 16. He's on the right there. They're brothers, stepbrothers, so different dad.
They have the same nose though.
Yeah. I was thinking that too. I was thinking they were related.
Yeah, this is a sad story, but just because of them and one other guy that gets murdered, as we'll talk about. So Larry Ordway, 14 years old, Maurice Gordon, 16, brothers here. Brothers, both African-American, good-looking, normal kids, happy kids. In fact, if you look at their obituaries online, you can see that they were always energetic, smiling, just kind of not life of the party, I would say, because they didn't really party, but the life of the wherever they went, just happy kids, man. Happy kids that got persuaded by some people they shouldn't have. Yeah. Some really shitty people. So both of these kids get murdered. And in fact, going back to that house right there, that's where their bodies were found.
Oh no.
That's
not their house, is it?
No, it's right by the killer's house, a block away from the killer's house. They were actually stabbed multiple times and then set on fire.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they found their bodies out there.
That's terrible.
Yeah. Larry Ordway, 14, Maurice Gordon, 16. They started hanging out with the wrong crowd. One guy specifically, he is the one that everyone knows this case for, and I'll get to him in a minute. But I want to talk a little bit about something I saw on the 16-year-old, the Maurice Gordon. I saw the headline to this newspaper, exclusive slain Louisville teen connected to former abuse case. Just going to quickly go over it. Gordon, he was 16 and he was abused by an LMPD officer, Jonathan Harden, in 2014. Now the charges were dropped, but apparently he was at a summer program and it wasn't sexual abuse. It was like physical and verbal. So the guy was basically beating him up. And there were other students that came forward and said the same thing. But the Louisville attorney, Thomas Clay, said, quote, if that summer camp would have been a positive experience for him and maybe kept him on the track where he was going to make something positive out of his life. There's no telling. He also says kids are faced with choices and they can make choices that will lead in a positive direction and something productive in their lives, or they can make another choice that can lead to destruction. And unfortunately, that appears that's what Maurice Gordon did, end quote. So this whole case is about these two teenagers, these brothers, 114, 116. They made the bad choice to hang out with a bad person. A person that's also on the sex offender list before he was arrested for triple murder. Now, I said triple murder. There's two of these kids that he murdered here, but there was one more before that they didn't know he did until he murdered these two kids. And then that's why it says triple murder. And we'll get to that. But so the case is all about where is your children hanging out with. Make sure you know who they're hanging out with. And because it's important, if they weren't, I mean, these were good kids, man. Mm-hmm. They possibly could have went on to lead normal lives, and they got wrapped up in some dumb shit, man. End of story. This is the three involved. Now, the first guy, Brice Rhodes. So kind of describe who you're seeing now. You got three people involved: Brice Rhodes, Ja'Cory Taylor, and Anwan Carter.
I mean, they all look fairly young, like maybe between 19 and like 22-ish, I would say.
That's a good point. So Brice Rhodes is 26, Ja'Cory was 19, and Anwan was 15, I believe.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so he is the one that he actually is out of prison for his part in the murder.
Anwan?
The 15-year-old, yeah. Okay. And as you'll see, both of those guys, Ja'Cory and Anwan, they were there during the murder. The kids were stabbed. But Brice Rhodes, the one in the front, the older one, he did that thing. I mean, you see this sometimes in movies. You better stab him once. Like Brice is stabbing them, the two kids, and then he kind of makes the other one stab them, so they're part of the murder, which it doesn't really hold up in court. If you make someone do that, threatening them, if they don't, they'll kill you. That doesn't really hold up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is why I believe Anwan is out.
Also, if he's only 15, he's not an adult.
Yeah, and he did provide, he was the first to open up about what actually happened. So there's a quick video, like 30 seconds of him talking to the police. He's going to tell you exactly what happened. We're about to see that here in a second. Basically, here's what happens. The two kids that you saw earlier, they come over to Brice's home. Now, Brice doesn't even live by himself. He lives with his mother, which isn't a bad thing, but I mean, as you're about to see, this guy is fucking ridiculous. He lives with his mother, and his mother was out of town. The two boys were over at the house. Now, Brice accused the two boys, because they were all friends, of stealing money from this guy. That was just a cover-up. What we're going to go over eventually is the real reason that he decided to kill these two kids is because they witnessed him murder someone completely random and innocent out of the blue a few months ago.
Gotcha.
That's the real reason. But to kind of cover up like why he's doing this in the moment with these two kids, it was like, hey, did you steal some money from me? And then that, I guess, gave him an outlet to stab him. So here's what happened. Brice Rhodes ties these two kids up. According to Anwan Carter, he was the first to open up to police. He put a stocking over Gordon's head, gagged him, and stabbed him in the chest several times. Gordon would be the 16-year-old. Now, they had separated the two kids at the time. Rhodes then called over Ja'Cory, which is the guy in the middle there. He was basically like someone to help him dump the body and clean up the crime scene, shit like that. So from what I saw, I don't think Ja'Cory was there during the first stabbing, but he called him up and was like, hey, I need help, dumping a body or whatever. He gets there, and then he is there for the second murder, from what I understand, with also Anwan Carter. So he calls over Ja'Cory and, quote, moved Maurice's body aside and brought Ordway, which is the younger brother, back into the living room. Okay, so he didn't even know his brother was already dead. Rhodes made the 15-year-old Anwan Carter stab Gordon at least once. And then he's threatening them. It's like, you better be a part of this. Take the knife and just put it in them once. That's exactly what happened. Then he made Jacori, which is the one in the middle, stab Ordway as well. They then put the body in several crates, and Brice Rhodes, 26 at the time, dumped them in the 400 block of River Park Drive east of Shawnee Park. He then buried the bodies, and then he had lit them on fire because they were badly burned. Carter and Taylor stayed behind. So he's like, all right, I'm going to go get rid of these two boys. Y'all stay here and clean up this crime scene. So they're back at the house. Now you have a 15-year-old and a 19-year-old cleaning up a murder that they don't even really know who these kids were. Let me just break it to you. Brice Rhodes is a rapper. Right? A rapper. The appeal of being at his house or his mom's house, and drinking, sipping on some scissor or whatever they do in Louisville, that was why they were all there. So they don't really understand why they're actually killing these two kids. They think it's because, they must have stole money from this inspiring rapper. But in reality, he's just trying to kill two witnesses to a murder he did, earlier in the year. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So both of the other men are staying and they're cleaning up the crime scene. Now, as I said, this happened on May 22nd, 2016.
After a brief scuffle at his home on May 22nd, Brice Rhodes tied up teenage brothers Larry Ordway and Maurice Gordon, put Ordway in a bathroom, and then made Gordon get on his knees and beg for forgiveness, a co-defendant of Rhodes to Louisville Metro Police. Maurice was crying and stuff, and he was asking everybody to spare him. 15-year-old Anwan Carter told Detective John Lesher on May 24th, according to a video of the interview.
So this is the actual video of him testifying.
Tied him up or something. He tied his brother up. He made his brother sit in the bathroom. He put a toboggan over his head, and he put a rag in his mouth. And then he stabbed him. Left me and Corey at the house to clean it up.
I don't know why they can't fucking turn the music down in the goddamn station.
I know.
Jesus fucking Christ. And can we not get cameras that are clear? I know I bitched about this on the last episode, but dude, it is 2021. Well, this is 2016. Okay. My iPhone in 2012 had crystal clear fucking video. Why is all the videos all blurry as shit? I'm sick of this shit, man. There's so many cases that can't be fucking solved.
There's no funding in police stations. Didn't you know?
There's cases that can't be solved because the fucking perp is too blurry. Motherfuckers, 2021. God damn.
I disagree with
you got 5 fucking cameras on your new iPhone, and we can't have one fucking crystal clear camera.
What was it that said, what kind of a species has a camera with 5 cameras to look at your own self, not to look even the other direction?
Can you imagine the fucking people that make those? So they make iPhones, I believe it's China.
Yeah.
And I think it's like the Fox Corporate, FOXS, something like that. Anyway, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's thousands and thousands of workers that sleep in this corporation, and all day long they're making iPhones all day long. And half of them a large portion of them kill themselves because they sleep there, they work there all day, then they go into their bunk, they're making all these repetitive iPhones over and over and over and over and over again. What do you think they're thinking? Is like, oh, now we got to add 6 cameras? Because you know who they're making them for. They're fucking making them for Americans. Who else is buying the shit? It's mainly us. So it's like, what do they think of us? They need 6 cameras and 1 on the front? Okay. What is wrong with us, man? Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Sorry, guys. I'm very grumpy, goddammit.
Let me take a selfie.
Let's take a selfie. Do you remember that song?
Vaguely. Very vaguely.
Now, let me talk about the mother. She wasn't actually the one that called the police and said, hey, my sons are missing. During the weekend, her sons leave with Brice, the rapper. and she knows that they're going with them. It was 3 days later, the kids hadn't came home. Now they're 14 and 15. And when I'm saying this, also remember, as we're going through the mother as a great role model, she also has a fucking daughter, a teenage daughter. And if I would have done this case, I don't know, in 2016 when this happened, I would have probably called social child services and like, why is this fucking mother having a daughter? You're letting your 14 and 15-year-old out with this guy for days, not even coming home, missing school. You know who called the police?
Who?
One of the teachers at their school after they saw a sketch. That's who told the police, oh, these kids look like my students. The mother didn't even care. In fact, you're about to see the mother. You know what she's really pissed about? And I'm going to say it. I don't give a fuck. She's more pissed that she's losing $300, $400 a month in benefits for these kids. That's her. That's the mother. If you want to describe her and her hair. What is that, hair clips?
No,
She's
the
in
curlers.
I mean,
why would you give an interview like that?
yeah, I would definitely be taking those curlers out
Yeah.
before I'm doing an interview. I'm just saying.
She's got to add a bathrobe, and then it's stereotype city.
So she's there, the mother of the two kids. She's wearing pink curlers. Her hair is red, which, whatever. But take the curlers out if you're going to give an interview about your two dead
Do you
sons.
think the intent was to look like disheveled in the, like look,
No.
play a part here?
I don't. I think the intent was to show her true self, which if you look at her Facebook profile, this is before the murder, but this is what she's posting.
I ain't got to answer to no newscast or none of y'all. I saved y'all's kids' lives from this monster who did this shit to my kids, she said.
On her Facebook profile, and I'll read this, but Marie Wren, that's her name. Good day, all day, feels good, no stress, just getting it with my niggas fam first and let her on it get better, money, money, money. That's the quote. That's what she says. Why do you have fucking kids? Like, why haven't they taken your kids away? I'm sorry. But that's not the reason that I'm giving her shit. Here's another photo.
Oh, she took the curlers out
They
finally.
look good. They look good.
They actually
looks like Wendy's.
Her hair does look good. I'm not gonna lie, but still, it's like, what the fuck?
It was worth the curlers.
It was worth the curlers.
They look good.
It does look good. You got to give her credit. You got to give her
Like
credit.
Shirley Temple curls.
But
Yeah.
she's trying to look good here because the day after her two sons died, she did what normal parents do, made a GoFundMe page. There's nothing wrong with that. But what is wrong with that?
What is she raising money for?
The kids' funerals.
Trying to raise $100,000.
She's trying to raise $100,000.
Funerals are expensive. I don't know how expensive.
$50,000 each per kid?
Not quite that expensive.
No, we're talking about a couple $1,000s here. She's trying to get rich off this shit. She's trying to raise $100,000. She'll say, number one, she never put this up. So the news is like, here, this is it here. Yeah,
So she's saying she didn't put up a GoFundMe for $100,000?
You deleted it. It's deleted, but it's still visible because the internet archives things. Then she says, it wasn't me that put that up. Yeah, it was you.
Even though it says my babies.
Yeah, my babies. Why does it take $100,000 to bury? Last time I checked, a funeral wasn't that expensive, no more than $9,000, but y'all need $100,000? Y'all fucked and trying to profit off fucking murder. Y'all sick as fuck. No need for $100,000. This sick bitch is trying to make money off the death of these babies. And someone says donate directly to the funeral home, which makes sense. Donate the money to the funeral home. This makes me sick. I'm so sorry for the loss of the boys. With a mother like that, they never had a chance. Don't support this worthless ass piece of shit mom. She didn't deserve those kids, and I hope she can't sleep at night. There's just comments after comments. One says, I came to this page thinking I would donate, but when I saw the goal was 100,000, I'm sorry, it just didn't feel right. If a loved one was lost and it caused even more financial hardship, like you no longer had this income to help pay for a mortgage, utilities, food, etc., I could understand. That's why we have life insurance. Not enough to get rich, but to help with the cost of living once one of us is gone. She put this up and immediately took it down once she started getting these comments, and then the media got a hold of it. The media gets a hold of it and is like, why are you, I mean, just what's your thought process here? Like, what's the $100,000 for? Then she backtracks and say, oh, that's not me. Someone made that I don't even know who it is. Don't donate there. Well, she had already taken it down. Anyway, this is the real reason that these kids were murdered. This guy right here, his name is Christopher Jones, 40 years old. This was the 38th homicide in 2016 in Louisville, Kentucky. That's a lot. Anyway, Wednesday morning, May 4th, 2016, Brice Rhodes is driving, and the two kids that were murdered were riding with him. Christopher Jones, 40, he was shot in the torso around 12:30 a.m. Here's how this happens, and this was an 800 block of 41st Street. Brice Rhodes thinks that this guy is a wanted hit for a local gang. So he wants to collect the money from the hit, so he starts shooting this and shoots this guy. Christopher Jones dies in the hospital later. So the reason that the kids were murdered to begin with was because he wasn't sure that they were going to keep their mouth shut about this murder, right? Quote, Rhodes shot Jones on May 4th on South 41st Street, according to Carter. He told police that he was in the passenger seat. Gordon was the, quote, getaway driver, and Rhodes and Ordway were in the back seat when the shooting occurred. Jones later died in the hospital. The bodies were found on a Sunday. They were dumped behind this vacant home on River Park Drive. Brice Rhodes was arrested at 9:45 p.m. on a Tuesday. He had stabbed both of the brothers. Jeremy Mole, the Clark County prosecutor, said a few things about Rhodes because he had a pretty lengthy rap sheet already, and he's a fucking sex offender hanging out with kids. You know what I'm saying? But he had previous convictions for armed robbery, criminal confinement, domestic assault, and felony intimidation. Quote, I did send him away 6 years on the robbery charges some years ago. He was released, put on probation, violated that probation, and was sent back on multiple occasions, end quote, Mull said. Quote, he's been put on probation. He has been given all the resources of the taxpayers to turn his life around if he wanted to do that. Unfortunately, he just continues to accrue new crimes, end quote. Okay, this guy is also a piece of shit, but this is what he really wanted to do with his life. This is Brice Rhodes right here. This is your man. This is your man. You see the kids?
Yeah.
Those are the kids.
Well, those are them, yeah.
Trapping and I'm jugging, bitch, I'm trapping and I'm jugging. Trapping and I'm jugging, bitch, I'm trapping and I'm jugging.
This is called trapping and jugging.
Trapping and I'm jugging, bitch, I'm trapping and I'm jugging. Trap, bitch, I'm trapping and trap, bitch, I'm trapping and I'm jugging. Trap.
This is called trapping and jugging.
And people listen to this?
I feel like that's a no.
It's funny when he's out, you'll see him counting his money, and if you zoom in, it's only
dollar
like,
bills?
No, it's 20s, but it's only like 10 of them. So it's like $200. Oh shit, trapping and juggins. This is Sydney's music.
Bitch, I'm trapping and I'm trap, bitch, I'm trapping and I'm jugging. Well, trap guy, bitch, I'm looking for a leg. In a trap spot, bitch, I'm busting down a brick. I ain't never told no motherfucking lie. Off of one zip, bitch, I seen about 5.
And he's like really,
And like, why
is his shirt off? He's fucking,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
like
his shirt
literally
should not
jugging
be-
himself.
Yeah, he's got jugs.
Just like,
But like also, like you think that having children in your music videos
these
is
are
gonna
all
get
children. Look, this is a
I
fucking
know.
14-year-old.
that kid right there is probably like 12. Like that's pathetic.
Yeah, dude, I know. Why is the motherfucking letting the kids hanging out with this guy anyway, man? These kids are in the fucking video. They're all underage.
And then
Like, what the fuck?
Like the video, at the beginning of the video, one of the kids is just holding up a gun.
Well, they're fake guns.
I don't care.
Apparently, and dude, I saw this too. There was a story. You know all these influencers that are on the Instagram and they have like these wads of cash. Mm-hmm. Do you know that there's these companies out there that will provide you that cash just to take a fucking photo of it?
Yeah.
How shitty have we become as a fucking society? When you have,
we're the shittiest.
When you need
we are the lowliest humans that have ever lived.
This is America too.
This is America.
I really doubt that fucking Darren is doing this shit in the UK. Fake money and shit, fake guns.
No, it exists,
dude. Anyway, Trappin' and Juggin. This is his rap in prison. His gangster rap,
God.
right?
Oh, God.
So someone called him and paid him, I think, $10 to have him freestyle. So I guess he got
$10.
$10 worth of like plastic spoons, or
you may start your conversation now. Touchdown, I'm headed to the jeweler, bro. Bands for the ice, talk facts to my jeweler, no. VX pills to my bougie hoes. Rambo goes mine, that's a movie, bro. No guns in jail, but these niggas for to touch me. I'm from 17 for my whole.
What do you think? Now he's he keeps saying he's going to get out of prison. He ain't getting out. You in there for triple murder, and you hang out with kids, dude. You're pathetic. But he is acting hard, I guess, so he doesn't get fucked. I mean, he's on the sex offender list. Anyway, I doubt he ever hear this, but in prison, I mean, obviously he's a rapper, right? You hear that. But, the thing about it is, I think he needs a producer. So, I'm just saying,
oh my God.
I am somewhat of a producer.
You're shameless.
Hold on a second. I put together a little track using this freestyle, and I think, just listen to me, Mr. Rhodes. Actually, he goes by Rambo. That's his name.
Rambo.
Fucking Rambo. True Rambo, Trappin' and Juggin'. So, Mr. Rhodes, Mr. Rambo, I did put together a little track.
No,
and you can.
Not.
God, I'm really worried about what it is you're about to play right now.
And you can contact me. if you like it. If you don't like it, it's fine. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna really be proud of me.
Touchdown, I'm headed to the jeweler, bro. Bands for the ice, talk facts to my jeweler, no. VX pills to my bougie hoes. Rambo goes mine, that's a movie, bro. No guns in jail, but these niggas for to touch me. I'm from 17, but my hoes from different countries. One hoe from Paris, other hoe from Russia. Cozy lockdown, call I can touch ya. Dishing on the book, pussy boy, use a buster. All my damage custom, rats won't be busted. And I out on my cell work. 36 ounces in my cell, that's a jail work. Money over bitches is what I tell jerks. I be bowling with a shark swim in the foreign green like sharks.
What do you think?
Oh my gosh. I honestly don't have any words.
Luckily that guy ain't getting out any fucking time soon.
Oh yeah, hopefully he never does. So
yeah, just real quick, so he ain't getting out. His next court case was, I mean, he's fired all his goddamn attorneys. He ain't getting out ever. He keeps saying, he's threatening the judge. I'm gonna see you when I get out. I got it. He's a piece of shit, guys.
Your job is to do your job, not to worry about me. That's what I'm saying. Well, I worry about me. You worry about yourself. You're going to find out, though. You're going to find out real quick.
We need to bring back.
You can just bring
you know what? Like, we need to just take this guy and just every time he says something in court, just beat the titties out of him.
know exactly what.
He just told the judge he's going to kill him. You going to find out? You going to find out, though? That's a threat. Put him in the fucking hole for like ever. And, maybe he'll shut up. Apparently, he has been shutting up lately, though, because I think he's trying to get out of the death penalty, which he should definitely fucking get, in my opinion. But anyway, this is him talking to this one judge.
What you think that? None of that. I don't do.
So you're saying you're going to find out where I'm out?
I mean, he's like a child, dude.
I'll be out.
Okay. You've been charged with assault in the 4th degree, minor injury, terroristic threatening in the 3rd degree.
Anyway, what do you guys think?
He's
What
a
an
piece
asshole.
of shit, yeah.
But that video, though, or that call me, motherfucker.
No. Don't fucking call. Don't fucking call. We're making fun of you, dude.
Yeah, you fucking hang out with kids and you're on the sex
offender. And you murdered them. And
yeah. Anyway, that's the story. Nothing more on that. I mean, he's just a train wreck. And I'll put all his videos on talkmore.com. He's spitting on people. He called the judge a whore. Like all this stuff, man. It's just.
Oh my God.
But the media just perpetuates it.
Yeah.
And the judges are like, sir, please, sir. It's like, dude, just take him out, beat the shit out of him, kick him in the balls a few times, and I can promise you he ain't gonna say much when he gets back in. Why are we so fucking soft now in 2021?
Well,
why are we fucking soft, dude?
There's laws.
No. Well, you tell the fucking judge you gonna find out when you know where you live.
It's empty threats. He's just talking.
It doesn't fucking matter. If I was a judge, you want to find out?
Give him the maximum sentence. That's where they get the death penalty. Yeah. Ultimately, the judge gets the last laugh. I'm
gonna find out when your execution date is, so I'll be there
front row
with a goddamn
popcorn,
fucking thing of popcorn. Mm-hmm. So anyway, that's Rambo. Hashtag Rambo. Juggin, trapping and jugging. Anyway, I hope you guys like that. Thanks for getting on live chat. If you want to support us, talkmore.com/join. We'll be back next week. These were kind of short episodes. Next week, we got some crazy ones, including Randy Stair, which is an insane case, a YouTuber turned mass murderer. YouTuber turned mass murderer. Very deep mental health case. I was going to do that this week, but I want to go a little deeper into that case. And also the Mary Bell case. Y'all know Mary Bell?
I mean, the name sounds familiar.
Familiar. I couldn't tell you anything past that.
Mary Bell was probably the youngest child killer at the time, at least. Female, too. So her and her partner, which isn't as well known, Norma Bell, no relation. But I'm going to do those cases next week. And thanks for getting on live chat, Darren, Sydney. We love you guys. And we'll be back next time. This Talk Murder Me podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed. And good night, you lovely, lovely people.